Hi, welcome to Allotment UK in East Sussex. It's been a bad week for weather. It's rained every day barring Wednesday, so a lot of the time has been spent in here working on the gate. But Wednesday was a fine day and I did go off and collect some wood chip, but I've got work to do, so I'll catch you later. I'll get washed and changed and I'll meet you inside. Catch you later. Back in from the shed, showered, shaved and all fresh to go. It's the 5th week of January, the last week of January, the first month. Some people are calling it Brexit Day or Independence Day, but enough of that. What have we been doing this week? Before I could get started on making the gate, I had to do some clearance in the shed, because this time of year it collects all things that have been put in there from Christmas and New Year that were in the way, which never seem to get put back again. And in doing so, I came across my runner beans, the pods that I'd picked this year, which I saved to grow for the next year. And one in particular is one called White Lady, which I like. And here we have White Lady. I don't grow these beans to eat in the normal way with runner beans. I treat these like a butter bean. They taste delicious, just like a butter bean, and they were given to me by David, who you've met before on the uploads, and I've had them for 6 years now, and I keep them and keep growing them on. Of course, I also do the same with the ordinary scarlet runners. So that's that. So I got cracking with the doing the mortices. I'd set the gate out earlier in October. You can see that upload. It's the 2nd week of October 2019, and it's there on the playlist. But I use my trusted Morticer machine, which I've had for at least 25 years now. It's probably the best woodworking machine I own. It's earned its corn ever since I bought it. It's done umpteen number of doors, gates, large gates, garage doors. It's been a real money spinner, and all you've got to remember is that to work it slowly, nice and calmly, and not rush it. It's a safe machine as well. When I first became an apprentice in the shop, we had what was called a bump morticer. It was 200 years old, which makes it 250-year-old now if we still had it, but we changed it for a mechanical morticer. But that was the first machine I used for mortising, and it's called a bump morticer because it worked by weights, and by heck, it didn't have to improve the old biceps. Okay, the mortices are made. We now tackle the tenons. There's many ways of doing tenons. You can either use a saw. If I'd only one to do, I would do that. But when you need more than one, I find that the overhead saw, if you've got one, it is the best and the most accurate. You can use the chop saws, providing that it's got a slider on the top, and that is just as good. Never tried one, but I understand it works in the same principle as the tenon. You can see that upload. It's the 2nd week of October 2019, and it's there on the playlist. After doing the tenons, I tried them and they fitted perfectly. Put the frame together just to see how it showed, and that was a-okay. Next job is to round off the stiles at the top and put it together with wedges and dowels. No glue. That's the traditional way of doing mortise and tenons. They've used it for 2,000 years at least. No glue. We just let the timber act and the mechanics of the joint act in the way that they're intended to do, and it'll give a product that'll last years. If you put glue on and the timber expands, then you build up tension and then you get splitting and cracking. No glue, the timber swells and shrinks all at the same rates as the wedges and the dowels, and it just stays together. Mentioned about the weather on Wednesday, and I went to the timber surgeon's depot. I had to go early because he starts early and he gives out all his instructions to his employees, and I also needed access to get through the gate because that is kept locked. And I took all that wood chip back to the site and laid it. Didn't have any shots showing it because my camera's playing up. It's because I've been doing some of the photographing in the rain, and I think the rain's affecting the wiring inside on there. So I'm now on a different camera due to that. In fact, I've recorded this introduction 10 times now with little success, so here I am persevering. I went back again on Friday. It was still raining, and I laid just 2 bags. And the reason why I laid only 2 bags was that it come to lunchtime. And I've mentioned about the health and safety on the site. And when you've got an allotment like this, and you're the only person that is on the site, and you have an accident due to the slippery conditions which we've got, even the entrance from the car park, there's a steep slope on one side. You could slip in the mud, you could crash down there, and nobody would know. So my wife expects me for lunch at 12:30 prompt, and if I'm not there at 12:30 prompt, she worries. She thinks, have I had an accident? So it's just one of those health and safety things. And though we've had just one dry day, it's not good. Even at the timber yard, at the Woodchip place, access was poor, and I was frightened that the car would get bogged down, and I couldn't really get as near as what I'd like to do to the pile of woodchip. All that remains now is to ask you if you liked the video, and if you did so, please give me a thumbs up. If you've not already done so, please subscribe, and please ring that bell. So, till next week, take care and bye.